found out Dirk was in here earlier. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surprise. Obviously someone I've looked up to throughout my career, and I have tried to take some offensive things from him, but I haven't really got that far with it yet. But it was pretty cool. He's a very humble dude, really nice. Just brought his family in and spoke to us a little bit, and yeah, it was a pretty cool experience.
So we can expect a Magnay fadeaway?
You can expect one. I think Rothy might sit me down after it, but I'll chuck one up maybe.
Scott mentioned it was a bit of a surprise when he first came in. What was that moment of seeing him like?
Yeah, surprised. Like, you know, he's a big dude. I didn't realise he was that tall. You know, sort of towers over me a little bit, and you know, it's kind of, you're starstruck a little bit. But you know, he's a nice guy. He wasn't arrogant. Wasn't carrying, you know, walking around like he's the 5th highest scorer of all time, and just walking around saying hello, having a conversation. So he's a cool guy.
Who's a better shooting forward, Jack McVeigh or Dirk?
I'm gonna take Jack, just because that's my guy. But I haven't seen him play one-on-one yet, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Obviously, your body's been spoken about a lot. How's your conditioning going? How are you feeling at the moment?
Yeah, feeling good. Getting a good amount of minutes through, and I think we're in a really good place right now where, you know, I don't really need to be playing 30 minutes, and you know, we've got a good rotation of bigs. Fab's been unreal. Rashad had a great game. So, you know, we've got a lot of different lineups we can mix up with, and you know, if I'm needed to play the 25-30, like, I feel like I can do it. But right for now, we're rotating well, and everyone's stepping up and doing their job.
Do you feel you've timed that conditioning and everything well, so that, as you said, if you are required to get more minutes, come hopefully playoffs, if you're ready?
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, the club's done a good job just managing me through it in the early stages, and then kind of releasing the reins a little bit at practice, and sort of not giving me subs and all that stuff. And yeah, if I have to play the 30, I'll play the 30 and give it my best. But you know, for now, it's just playing my 4 or 5 minutes hard to start the game, and sort of see how the other boys are going. And you know, Scott will use me how he has to use me. So.
The team played their best performance, as Scott said the other night. I guess, what did you make of it?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think everyone just stepped up, did their job, was consistent. I don't think anyone was doing anything special. Like, Jack obviously shot the ball really well, but you know, that comes from everyone else moving the ball well, and great offense, and getting open looks. And you know, he just happened to be on the receiving end of it this game. And yeah, I think it was just consistent across the board, defensively and offensively. And I think, you know, there's still a lot of stuff we can learn from that game, good and bad, and yeah, we'll hopefully roll with that momentum into Southeast, another home game, and see how we go.
Looking at the Phoenix, I guess, what do you see as some of their threats? Obviously, there's a few players coming back into the fold.
Yeah, they're obviously a bit of a different team to what we saw last time. Yeah, I mean, they can really score, so obviously they got a lot of weapons, and we've got to be pretty locked in defensively, and you know, it comes down to offense as well, at taking good shots and not feeding their electric, you know, sort of fast break. So you know, we've obviously got to slow Creek down, but you know, they got shooters all around him, so it's easier said than done. But you know, if we can kind of pull in for a group effort and everyone just do their job, I think, you know, we'll be in a good place.
What's the mood or the mindset of the group at the moment? 5 games left. You're hanging on for 4th at the moment, really making that playoff push. What would you sort of describe as the mentality of the group?
Yeah, just win the next day. Obviously, I'm sure you've been seeing, you know, you can't rely on anyone else to win games. Everyone's got 12 or 13 wins at the moment, and you know, all we can do is try and go for 14. And you know, whatever happens down the ladder happens down the ladder. But you know, if we get too worried about having to rely on other people to win games, then you know, it's going to be a long 5 games. So all we can worry about is, you know, win the next day, win the next practice day, and put our best foot forward against Southeast on Wednesday.
Scott talked about it being a team for the whole state, connecting the whole state. How important is it to, I guess, put on a good performance and get up to the north of the state and show them that it's a team for everyone? Yeah,
it's massive. Obviously, we do our camp in the northwest in the pre-season, and you know, we only get 2 games up in Lonnie, but we definitely need to put on and show them that we play for them as well, and it's not just a Hobart team, it's a Tasmanian team. And yeah, hopefully we can put on a better performance. I don't think we've won too many games up there yet, so we need to really show out for them.
Thanks, Will.
Thanks, guys.